So I got myself a new computer. So my shit fucking laptop. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still gonna keep that thing, but fuck, it's horrible for recording. Today, I wanted to try doing something that I've never done on this channel. Well, actually, successfully. I want to do a live recording of a beat. I have no clue what I want to make. It may be R&B, it may be trap. I'm kind of feeling a little bit of, dark trap. It may be horrible, but yeah, let's just jump right into it and make something live. Also gonna make it a F minor, because I'm in the mood to make something a little bit dark trappy. Let's find, I don't know, something in here that we think could go good. This organ one might not be the best choice, but I'm just going to start with it and we'll just change the sound if we don't think it's good. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to make a simple minor chord. I'm going to bring that one down. That's already sounding fucking crazy. Okay, now we're just going to make a repetitive pattern up here. Something. Highlight it, Control B to paste it over. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna lower everything down 1 octave. Now I'm just going to layer some of these notes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this bottom one here, copy it, I'm going to open up Flex, I'm going to go to All, copy this in here, and as I'm going through, I'm literally just going to start clicking the dice and just hear what works really well with it. Okay, I'm actually going to copy both of these. Oh shit. So what I had done originally, I don't know if I fully explained it, was this one is just maintaining a steady velocity, but this progression here is actually really low, because I liked how they both sound, but I didn't want them both clashing very loud. I kind of wanted this one sort of standing out in the background. So I'm going to copy over this pattern of the high and low velocity on the different octaves, just like that. Put it back into place. We'll hear how that sounds. Sweep pad is what it's called, but I'm gonna just play around a little bit more, see if I can find anything else. If I can't, then I'm just gonna go back to this one. What would all this sound like with sweep pad? Let's see what that will actually sound like. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's start layering that top line there, and then once we find a good layer for it, we're gonna make a counter melody, and then maybe we'll throw in a sample from Arcade that we think could go pretty well with it. So we'll keep this for now. I'm gonna do something else actually. This is Co-Producer. It's a pretty cool plugin that you could do. What you do is you set the key. We're in F minor, and then you say what sample do you want. I'm just gonna write something like dark synth counter melody, and then we just click this. It is a 4-bar loop, so now we just play it out as a 4-bar loop. So it just recorded the audio, and with what we asked it to do, it's going to go through the arcade library and find samples that go well with it. Audio upload failed. What the fuck? There we go. I'm gonna grab a couple of the ones that I think go well, and then we'll just play them all each individual and hear how they sound. So now we're gonna go through each and every single one and just hear what we think works best. First one. It's like off to a good start already. Not bad, but it's not that one. Not bad, but no. Not bad again. That one's in mind, but so far the top one's winning. Damn, man. That's good too. Okay, I'm gonna remove these ones. How would these two sound together? Nope. Horrible. Not even gonna fucking bother. Okay. I like how non-overpowering that one is. So honestly, it's down between these two right here, the first one and the very last one. So I kind of have an idea. What if we do this? And we make it like 8-bar loops where there's kind of beat switch ups, and this whole like progression that we made in the background, our own pattern, is sort of like, you know, a bit of an ambient background sound. So let's hear how this would sound. A beat switch up might be crazy, honestly. Trying something here, trying something here. Yeah, this could be horrible, but I want to give it a try. Let's make a drum pattern. Shameless plug, this is going to be from my wavy drum kit, my personal drum kit, link below. Do a hard clap. Hi-hat, we'll do background, or no, do trap. Kicks, I already know which one I want. Hard. 808s, we'll do distort. Hit. It's one of my other favorite ones to go to, but distort is just so good. Where's distort? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a basic clap pattern. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save myself so much time, and I'm just going to click and drag some hi-hat midis until I feel one works the best. Try 27. Right off the bat, a good one. All right, and the cool thing too about the hi-hat midis is what I do is I like to leave blank spaces here and there, just as filler notes for, you know, your kicks or other percussions that you want to do. So we're just gonna go based off of that. You'll notice that I layered the kick pattern a semitone down, just gives it a bit more of a punch, and I lowered the volume to about 3 decibels, so it's just at a steady, you know, a steady hit. It's punchy, but it's not like overpowering. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy the top piece, go over to our 808, paste it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold Alt L, and it's gonna stretch the notes to each of the next notes. It's gonna stretch them all out together. Stretches them all. I don't know how to fucking say it. Each note stretches to the next. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the channel rack, go into the 808, and then we're gonna go into the envelope. We're gonna lower the attack, enhance the hold, lower the decay, sustain, and release. So what this does is it gives it an immediate cutoff and an immediate attack. So that way, you know, the 808s are not like all blending or intertwining with each other. And it punches at the same time as the kicks. So I played around a little bit with the 808. Sometimes I like the kicks to just hit on their own. I want them to, you know, stand out a bit. I don't want the 808s just overpowering them all the time. The great thing about layering the kicks here is that we could see where they're actually hitting. So you can see this kick right over here. I just extended the 808 right through it. That way it kind of, you know, it has its own character. It can stand out on its own. And I did the same thing right here. Throughout it though, all the way up until the final kick into the, you know, final 4 bars of the loop. I also let this one stand out on its own. And then here, not much was changing until the final 2 kicks that sort of had like the same pattern going on, and then added a bit of like an 808 pattern, not a slide or anything, but sort of like a jumpy 808 bouncy pattern leading into the next 808 kick, and then copying that pattern but putting it up 5 semitones up. So alone, this is how the drums sound. I might do a counter snare. So just added a couple of open hats and a snare roll. All right, now I'm gonna sort of orchestrate this a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Holy shit, man. I went fucking crazy. All right, gonna break it down really quickly. First, and I have a bit of a transition going into our first hook. And we got our first verse back to a hook. Then I wanted to try something a little bit different here, where I switch it up a little bit into the second verse. We implement that sort of intro into it, but put a bit of a spin on it. So I'm just gonna play it out. Really chill, really chill. Then it transitions right back into a hook and just a simple little outro to close it off. Hopefully you learned a little bit from this. This is my first ever actual live beat making session, and it's going on 58 minutes of fucking recording. I don't know how I'm gonna like crunch this all down to like my 5-minute videos, but hopefully I figured out a way. But yeah, I really do hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, here's the beat preview.